Just like Guild Wars Tactics 6, number 7 is going to be another Catastrophe hate video. This time we're attacking with Assault Mode Melee Demon Team. So, we have the man himself in the first slot. You should know how he works. He's very old, increasing his own stats, decreasing defense related whenever they are attacked. His relic is going to boost his stats even further along with the demons as a whole. Chandler, very nice counter attack, very nice skill disable. He's going to be lowering all stats on whoever attacks. Then his relic makes him tankier when he is assuming his counter. Green Mela is basically just a stat booster with her lifesteal being up at 100%, and then basic stats by 20 for everyone on the field. Single target drain and a shield is also very nice. Her relic is going to be the least useful on this team, so I would, if you don't have any other relics, get hers last, because that is for pretty much red Mela. And then Festival Zeldris is pretty much also a stat booster that works with debuffs. There's going to be a lot of defense-related stats from Assault Mode's passive, so you already know the basic stat increase is going to be pretty large. And then he is also decreasing enemies' attack-related stats when they are debuffed. Now for the gears, we have Melee on attack, crit defense. And Chandler is on some spice. He is on HP lifesteal with crit resistance, or I should say crit defense, sorry. Was that? Okay, crit defense. Make sure those rules were right. When he does his counterattacks, I mean, there's a lot of opportunities for him to crit. There's a good chance that he's going to get a lot of his HP back, especially since he's not too much of an attacker himself. This is a good way for him to heal himself, basically. Now, Melaskiel obviously is going to be on lifesteal because that is part of her kit. That is also going to be crit defense rolls in the middle, and then HP crit defense for Zeldris. So that is the gears, and then the artifact set is obviously going to be demons, because we're attacking with demons, so that should be everything. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So this is going to be another variation on the Catastrophes that we talked about in the setup video. So they are running Christmas Liz, who is going to rely on the team running crit defense. And I believe it's another 20% to basic stats, similar to Captain Melee. That is going to make the defense a lot more reliable, since they are using the same ideology we use on offense. And they will be hurting on CC, but if you can make up for it with the good stats or maybe HP buffs, then it works pretty well. So the opening move obviously is going to be pretty much triple AoE. We have Dissolve, Weak Point, and I think that's charge damage. And then we have the double Ignite for Liz because she didn't attack. Forgot to mention, you want to make sure you're using Mela Relic, or not Relic, Commandment, because Cell Commandment will cuck your damage. Now, we do want to make sure that Mono can't cleanse. That's going to be her next move. So we're going to turn her off, we're going to throw up the counter, and we're going to throw up a barrier, just to be safe. If they get some, if that's extra AoEs they drew, and they aren't on mono, then could be looking at another dissolve and maybe Mela Death, potentially. She did get pretty low, so we'll see. There is the cleanse. That is doing absolutely nothing, which is what we intended for. Looks like the Roxy got a single target merge, so that actually cancels her stance, which sucks because we basically wasted it. So we probably could have looked out for that based on the merge that she got, but it's fine. Barrier is not broken by Liz. Now, they are maxed out on defense-related down, and we have all of our buffs with Melee. So usually on our second turn here, we can look to try to kill. So we can do a single target amplify onto mono. There's a good chance that I'll actually just straight kill her since we have the type advantage. I think next we can double Zell onto Liz and see what that damage looks like. Everything else isn't the best for attacking. We'll hold really the single target drains in case someone has ults, and outside of that we probably won't use the Zeldris debuff because it's kind of a waste for now, at least in this situation. We got another Chandler disable. We have double Melee. We could rush his ult with this merge. Looks like their Liz doing single target on the Chandler doesn't do really anything. Roxy got another single target. That sucks. We don't have a stance for him. Rank 3. That's crazy. So she's coming out and stunning Zeldris. That's an interesting priority for her, but that's fine with us. So she's getting her ult because of that gold card. We can definitely take care of her. We're going to double Melee instead. That's probably going to kill her. And Roxy's only 1 gauge away, so there's a good chance she could merge into ult here. She doesn't, but we take the precaution of single target draining with Mela. Sadly, Lilia does also die to the AoE. I wasn't actually expecting that, so we did not need to go for the melee ults. Really need it at all. Roxy has a vendetta against Chandler, even though she already cracked my counter earlier. And we can try to lifesteal as, well, doesn't really matter that much. Any of the attacks that we do aren't the best for lifesteal anyways, so we just finish with Melee's AoE. So that is going to be AM into Catastrophes. If you guys like to drop a thumb, maybe sub if you're into that, and I'll see you in the next one.